I hope all is well with each and every one of you. As per usual, I hope you all are feeling good, looking good, and all of that good stuff. For those of you who joined, thank you so much for joining, engaging, and just thank you for continuing to support the channel and my journey. I really and truly appreciate it. But y'all, I was inspired. I'm well out of my comfort zone. You all know I like to record from the comfortability of either my car, a room in private. But we are actually at a park. So if you guys see like people passing by, the focus, I'm just gonna like hold my focus with you all. I'm pretending that I'm the only one out here right now. That's going to help me execute this mission and delivering this message that I have for you all, this download. So, as you guys can see from the title is The Rise plus the Activation of the One that they thought they buried. Okay. This this energy, this download, it definitely coincides with what I'm currently going through in my life. Just abruptly, shifting locations, taking that leap of faith, trusting in myself and the Most High, and giving myself that fighting chance that I always would give other people, and really pouring back into myself, giving back that energy, et cetera, reclaiming my power, reclaiming my purpose, my mission. And yeah, so this energy is heavy. I definitely feel like there's a lot that could possibly relate to this as it pertains to, say, for example, if you just recently did something like a huge step, or you took a much needed leap of faith towards, redefining the meaning of life for yourself and the life that you seek to create for yourself. And if you are in this, physical stage and phase and stage where, you're moving forward and you're trying new things, you're getting out of your comfort zone, just know that there are energies, especially those energies that you have disconnected yourself from, those energies that you have cut off, whether they choose to take accountability about the roles that they played and their contributions in the dismantling of the relationship that you all shared with these individuals collective. At the end of the day, you were called to step away from these people, okay? And it was for a reason. All right, you were called to go and find yourself. For so long, I feel like a lot of you can relate to always being the fixer, always being the glue that kept everything together, always trying to mend things while simultaneously losing pieces of yourself. And it was okay when you were depleting yourself and when you were expending energy that you needed towards your own journey. It was okay when you were doing that for people that would never or could never reciprocate the same. In this season, there are a lot of people that feel some type of way. They feel as though the energy is, you're thinking you're all that and you're this and you're that, or you think you're better. And the reality is, and this is what Spirit wants me to let you all know, you are better than these people. Okay, those people that did the spiritual warfare on you, those people that ran those smear campaigns, those people that attempted or they successfully turned people against you, just know you are better than them. They see something within you that they want to destroy, that they wish that they had within them, that they don't. The characteristics that you possess, your gifts, you know, your personality, your aura, etc. And the fact that, even with all of the backstabbing that these people did, even with all of the slander, the betrayals, another big piece that Spirit has been revealing to me is they're very upset at the fact that you never reacted nor responded in the ways expected. You did not stoop down to these people's levels. Okay, when they wanted you to go toe to toe with them, when they wanted you to go to war with them, you had the strength to emotionally control yourself. Okay, because these people were trying to definitely trick you up out of your spot. They were trying to keep you stuck in a place that they have not successfully either healed in, or they haven't successfully conquered, they haven't successfully made anything out of themselves. But the fact that time and time again, collective, no matter how many times you fall, no matter how many traps these people have tried to set up for you, you still proceed. You still dust yourself off and you continue to try again. Okay. And these people are mad because everything that they were trying to depict you as, everything that they were trying to lie on you, to others about, it's it's now making them appear as the liars that they truly are, because it's not adding up. It's not adding up to your current walk. It's not adding up to your fruits. Those obviously can be seen. All right. And just the fact that you still have courage, you still have empathy for people, you still have kindness, you still have a good heart. They could not destroy any of that, in spite of everything that you've been through up until most recently, you know. And spirit has been revealing to me that even, people that were once in my inner circle, people that once had access to me in my life, in my journey, those who, had they done right, could have very well had a seat at my table. But it's being revealed to me that all of a sudden, because I'm taking my power back, because they can no longer have success off of my energy, because again, I've taken it all back. And now things are beginning to fall down. Now things are beginning to be repossessed. Now people are beginning to lose things, because that wasn't built off of the backs of your energy in essence. It was built off of the back of mine. And now that, like I said, I've cut ties, I've cut cords, and I no longer wish to ever engage with certain individuals ever again in this life. And I'm moving forward, you know. Not only have I forgiven, but not for them, but for me, you know. And I also forgive myself. But moving forward, like, this season is so, so beautiful. Like, the fact that we kept our hands clean, and I don't know if you all remember, to all of my real ones, like earlier this year, the message, the consistent message and theme was keep your hands clean, meaning do not react or respond in the ways in which, again, they expect you to. They want you to get down to their level. They want you to give them their little 15 minutes of shame, because why? They're trying to get clout off of your name. They don't have any fruits. If they had any gifts, they forfeited them by trying to come up against you. When you have been sent by the Most High God, you are on mission, you are on assignment, spiritual and divine assignment. So anyone that comes up against you, that tries to distract you, that tries anything negative to you, or tries to do anything negative to you, excuse me, you know, they're only cursing and trapping themselves. And that's the reality. And that's one thing that has been, like, it's been made plain. Like, the people that I thought, oh, they had got away. No, Spirit was trying to continue to test their heart postures to see if they'd turn away. But they weren't satisfied. They weren't satisfied with taking everything from us. For those of us who have experienced these things, like what I have been transparent with you all about, with experiencing temporal instability and housing insecurity and things such as that. They thought that that would be the end all be all. They thought that somebody was about to get all strung out on drugs and just go bouncing from Tom, Dick, and Harry and just totally destroying ourselves, as if we're not on divine assignment. But the fact that we never did is what's like a constant reminder to them. Like, all that energy they put into trying to destroy another person, into trying to derail someone's journey who wasn't hurting or bothering them. It's one thing to, okay, you dislike a person. Cool. But when you're working adamantly day in and day out and you're banding together with all these people, communities, and droves of people just to go against one person. Do you know how cowardice you look? Do you know how much power you're actually inadvertently giving to that person you're so intimidated by? A lot of people don't overstand that their hatred for you has been transmuted into the very point in the activation that you're now experiencing in this present moment. You've activated your greatest power. You are unstoppable, literally. You have survived all of that, the abuse, okay? Being broke is a joke, okay? Being jobless, being homeless, grieving, losing, close ones, family members, you know, going on this Damascus road and journey, having a Job season where you lost completely everything but your mind, but your faith in the Most High. And now that you're in this bounce back season, now that you are in this season where you are now exuding that confidence after having survived all of that, oh, it's a problem now. Hey, Tanya, what's up, girl? Hope you're having a great day. If you guys are in the chat, please drop your cities. All right, drop your cities and states. Okay. But yeah, it was mighty funny when, you know, when you were suffering, when it appeared or what they perceived to be your season of, all hope was lost, all hope was gone. But they didn't know that the Most High was literally doing deep, deep work within you. And they always make us literally. What's up, Memphis? Hey, Ladondra. Hope I'm saying that right. But what they didn't realize and what they didn't see was that that was all a part of the divine scheme of things. See, the Most High had to tear you down. The Most High had to expose these hidden enemies. He had to expose you to these behaviors and characteristics and the toxicity of these people that you once loved, that you once broke bread with, that you once opened your doors to, that you once poured into, that you once encouraged, that you once, like I said, assisted without the expectation of receiving anything back, and then just to see and to experience that not only was none of that enough, but they were still willing to stab you in the back. They were still willing to conspire with your enemies, and they really thought that you never find out. But the reality is you knew then and you know now. And you're not even trying to seek revenge. That's the crazy part, because God lives so deep within you, the spirit of the Most High God, that you don't even want to avenge these individuals. For some of you, all you want is for them to just leave you alone. But they won't even do that. They're steady up here creating fake pages. Thank you. Hey, Vegas. What's up, Bright? I'm 25. You know, but they're steadily watching you from fake pages. They're leaving hate comments and really think that you're about to respond or react to that, baby. It's going to be deleted immediately. You could keep trying. You could keep creating these fake emails, these fake phone numbers to be behind these different TikTok accounts, YouTube accounts, Twitter accounts, Facebook accounts, etc. You can continue to send all of these flying monkeys and these people trying to report back. And all you're going to continue to do is trigger and traumatize yourself. Because every time you look up, the collective ain't where you last seen them at. Okay? LaDondra says, oh, thank you for being an OG subby, Tanya. Okay, so LaDondra says, yes, I've been feeling like that. I've been feeling like no one's in my corner, having a real mental breakdown. I open my doors to many people and I cannot get help. You know what? It's interesting that you, like, I can definitely relate and resonate with that, because that is exactly what happened with me. There's so much more, and I'm going to continue to share my story, share my testimony, because ain't no silent traps or silent spells or any word witchery, thought witchery gonna touch me, because I'm just that much protected, super divinely protected, and I'm just so throttled up with the fire and desire that I don't give a damn anymore, because at the end of the day, it was all fun and games, but now the rabbits got the gun. Okay, now there's a new sheriff in town. Okay, but back to you, LaDondra. At the end of the day, don't give into those thoughts, okay? I understand how it feels to be in the physical 3D without any support, but you have to understand that they're not on your level. They're not on your frequency. They cannot meet you where you're at. They cannot assist you, because the reality is, you see, a lot of people, you see, they look at the outer, or they look at what you present out, and they become threatened and intimidated by that. But it's not your fault that you carry this divine authority in essence, and that's why people withhold help. They can see you struggling and hungry in the street, thirsty in the street, and they'll still walk past you, all because they can see the light on you even in the darkness. And that's one thing that I was realizing, that like, that's why I had to get the hell up out of Vegas, because it got to a point where I was beginning to see the demons on people. I was beginning to see these spirits like surrounding me, all because I had refused to quit. I had refused to give in to the enemy's hopes and the despair of my enemies. And I had refused to, ultimately curse God and give up on not only my anointing, but my purpose. I have a strong divine purpose. And so, like many of you, and, I'm here to instill that encouragement within you all, because, like I said, you guys can date my journey back to present day. Like, so much has changed within 30 days, y'all. I don't even recognize myself most times. And the energy, and it's not that I need validation, but like, when you're surrounded by other beings, other chosen ones of the light, the very rarities, when you do encounter that, and when you're validated, when you're seen, when you're acknowledged, when you're heard, and you know it's, I don't know, it's just something about like this season also being a season of coming out of total isolation. Okay, this is no longer a season where we're going to be in hiding. We're no longer dumbing ourselves down. We're no longer dumbing our abilities down. We're no longer shying away of who we really are, because to make these haters and naysayers feel comfortable. Fuck them. At the end of the day, excuse my language, but at the end of the day, I wasted too much time doing that. I want people around me that are confident within themselves. I want people around me that have shit going on, that have been through things, that have overcome things, that have transmuted things, that have really changed their lives by way of realizing the truth, waking up, reactivating, you know, leaning on the Most High God, leaning on their own abilities, because that's what these spirits and principalities wanted to take from us too. Especially when you're in the struggle, them spirits want you to think and believe that you always gonna be there, that you always gonna be suffering. And the moment you snatch your power back and you turn everything around, that's when it becomes an issue. Because I'm experiencing it in my own life. I'm not even bothering anyone. But the fact that I have my confidence back, my self-esteem back, because these people are no longer siphoning my energy, because it's been null and void. You can no longer penetrate, infiltrate. And then they're steadily trying to compete where they evidently cannot compare, until you do your shadow work, until you get through the darkness, until you face yourself, every aspect of yourself. You cannot try to look down on somebody else or compete with the spiritual being of light that has been through the ashes and had to rise back up time and time and time again. Okay, look, Milton says, beautiful voice, thank you. Ooh, it's gonna be hot, Lady 56. Girl, please, please, please be hydrated out there. I was out there last week for 2 days to handle some personal logistics, and y'all, I was like, oh, let me hurry up and get back to my newfound home. I don't know if I told you all, but your sister moved to Seattle at the end of June. It was very unexpected. You guys will have to refer back to my main channel to hear the story. But it's so funny. Even I could refer and reflect back onto that, like a situation where I was just totally dropped off in the total unknown. I did not know anyone here, but that was a plot twist, because I'll get to that point. But initially when I got here, like, I did not know anyone. I'm thinking the person who flew me out, I'm thinking, oh, they're like, oh, you're gonna like it, and really bigging it up, bigging the situation up, really trying to manipulate and infiltrate. But God was like, you see, I have to turn this around for my greater good, because at the end of the day, I didn't want to go back to a place that I have already like suffered so much in, meaning Vegas for me. And I just knew that my spirit was rejecting being there. My spirit was rejecting being in that car. Like, I just knew that my long suffering was up. And it was up to me to make a decision like, okay, you could continue to suffer. Like, God gives us free will. Like, you can continue to suffer or you could just make a change. And I had to make a difficult decision, guys. And that's why I'm subsequently here. But yes, yeah, I called every ounce of my power back. I'm telling you, I have so many so many up and coming things. Like I said, so much content that is going to be posted beginning today. And yeah, Bright I'm 25 says, thank you for the insight about our missions. Absolutely. You know, never stop, never quit, never surrender, even when it seems like all hope is lost, even when it seems like, no one's in your corner. I'm telling you, that's when the breakthrough is near. You have to just keep fighting it, like literally. Like I'm telling you, because one day I was like, mm-mm. I was like, either you're gonna go back to Vegas or you're just gonna just plant your feet and you're gonna rebuild anew. And I had to make a decision right then and there, and I did. But now, ever since this decision, all these haters and naysayers, those who wished me dead, those who wished me this, those who lied and said that, da 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 da. Now everybody is all in this negative energy. Now they're all in a frenzy because everything's falling apart for them. Because the source has removed themselves, herself, myself. Okay. So it's like, when you take that power back, y'all, and you transmute those energies and that spell work that them people were trying to send to you, ooh, them blisses. And I'm telling you, I've been seeing it. These people are in a frenzy because they know they've been locked out. Yeah, Seattle is absolutely beautiful, but a lot of these energies that's being projected your way, collective, is a result again. And I'm going to keep putting an emphasis on this. Not only have you just undergone a massive transformation. Not only have you called your power back, not only do you have beautiful experiences. Oh, really quick PSA, the Most High wanted me to let somebody know, get used to 5-figure and 6-figure months, okay? Because guess what? You are inflation proof, you're struggle proof, you didn't been through the mud, you didn't been through the trenches, and you learned how to survive it, okay? You put your skills to the test, and as a result, get used to this newfound abundance that is going to be your new normal, okay? Definitely start that business, okay? Something to do with public speaking is very I don't know, I've been getting a strong and teen girl like pulling towards that. Like somebody is going to be like using their voice to tell a story or something, and it's going to be highly impactful. But yeah, build community, like no longer hiding yourself, no longer being afraid to show yourself and to be perceived. A lot of strangers, because it's been happening to me too, but you can notice a lot of, strangers are really taking a strong liking to you. Like you have an impact on people. Like the other day for my birthday, I had went and ate on the water at this restaurant called Salty's. And it was something I really wanted to do. And as I was waiting for my seat, I finally had got seated, and the server, she was very nice, and she was just like telling me, she was like, I was hoping you'd be in my section. And I've just, man, like people have been just so kind, like here, and I've just been making some very, very, very positive connections, just putting myself in those rooms and being able to bump shoulders with people like politicians, people like theologists, things such as that can actually assist me. I'm not saying I need a handout from anyone, but they can actually assist me to where I'm going in my overall mission. So, yeah, I'm just here to encourage you guys. Please, please take your power back. Please do not be silent anymore. Please do not hold yourself back any longer. Because I was literally contributing to my own suffering. Yeah, I was under heavy amounts of spiritual warfare, but I was also contributing to my own downfall because I stayed stuck for far too long when God kept showing me time and time again, just leave. I don't want you here anymore. And I kept making every excuse in the book. Oh, my kids and this and that. And I'm already, dealing with the whole thing with that situation. And we're not going to get into that on this channel, but it's just so much that the moment you decide and you make a change, I'm telling you, people be mad. They be hating harder than they was even hating before, because I can feel the transformation. I'm telling you, I can feel it. And I know that there's so much even greater that's underway. Like this is just only the beginning, and I'm just so glad that I took a bet on myself and that I trusted in the Most High. because I wouldn't be sitting here, this beautiful place, talking with you all. How y'all like my haircut, by the way? I did it myself. I did this. Okay, let me see. I did it last Monday. Y'all, I just this summer I was like, I know. I don't know if it was just the summer or I was just in that season of my life where I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna cut this dead weight. And it started with my crown. I'm about to take my crown back, about to take my power back. Y'all not finna stop Nathan, baby. Y'all not stopping nothing. But no, yeah, I'm finna diet soon though. I'm gonna get like some little designs in it, like, but anyways, yeah, like I don't know. I'm just I really feel happy today. I definitely feel grateful. I definitely want to pass the love to you guys. I hope you guys are feeling my love, all my love, my gender tender love and care to all of you guys, especially all of my supporters. I love you guys immensely. It's insane how much strangers have shown up throughout my entire journey. Like that's one thing that I just still that's why I try to show up for people as much as possible. Thank you so much, D Wade D'Angelo. Thank you, Bright. I'm 25. But but yeah, this is the season that you are about to walk into, or you're already walking into, just like unbelievable wins, to the point where I spoke about this about a week and a half ago, but I stated like, because this is another massive download I had got. But the blessings are going to come. They're going to be so consistent and so mind blowing, to the point you're going to begin asking spirit, like, oh my God, like, what did I do to deserve this? Like, but the Most High wants to remind you by way of these blessings and this newfound abundance and the fact that you're easily manifesting things. Like, you may have been in an energy before where you felt like, oh, that's going to take me so long. And, oh, I don't have the resources. I don't have the money. No, no, no. Spirit's like, no, we're not doing that. Like, you're going to get out of that energy one way or the other, period. You're getting forced out of that energy, whether you like it or not. But, you know, it's going to be, like I said, so mind blowing and just so shocking, because it's going to be like just out of nowhere. I just keep getting these glimpses, these flashes, like just out of nowhere. Boom. You're in a 3-bedroom house. Boom. Brand new car, paid off. Boom. All your debts are cleared. Boom. You just got that new life state, like that life changing position, or you just started your business and it's exploded, or you just went viral overnight, or just something amazing just happened. Like, like just boom, like that. Thank you, Lady 56. Like that's exactly the energy that I'm getting. And that's what I've been seeing. And that's why folks is so mad, because not only is this is your uprising, okay, this is you rising from the ashes again. This is your reclamation season, but this is also the season that your haters, naysayers, and violators are going to be reaping what they have sown against you. And the fact that you kept your hands clean, oh, these motherfuckers finna get spiritually mollywopped. Mm-hmm. They already have been. That's why they've been trying to bait you and trigger you into an argument. You ain't got to cuss, holler, and carry on with them. Ignore them. When they get to trying to get a reaction out of you, God bless you. You have a good day. Toodaloo. And go on about your business. Chin up. They think you're better than them because they know you're better than them. They think you're being all that. Well, you are all that. When they can survive and walk in your shoes, then they can have the same confidence that you do. Simple as that. LaDondra says, yes, they always come to me and tell me about their life. It's always been like that for me. I uplift a lot of people. I just had a birthday, July 19th, and happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you too, beautiful. Thank you so much. And yeah, but you know what? This is your season now. Now people are going to be pouring into you that same love. Thank you, Holy Spirit, because that's exactly why all of your wishes are not only about to be granted and fulfilled, but that's why it's about to be in the frequency, or it's going to be so large and profound, because these are the very energies in different forms and in different aspects that you've constantly poured into people, constantly giving pieces of yourself, just constantly giving, constantly pouring in. But when it was time, when them tables turned, okay, and when you had a downfall, when you needed help, when you needed support, everybody had their nose turned up. That was everybody's time to so-called shine and thrive with the energy that they were projecting onto you, and attempting to, like I said, deplete you of, you know, so that they can continue to have, you know, success. Like, no, no, no. They will not no longer win off of your energy. They're no longer, that's why motherfuckers are mad. because they're no longer being able to manifest off your energy anymore. They can't create anything off of it, like for themselves. Oh, off of their own bare hands is what I'm saying. Everything that you've created or everything that you're walking into is just a thank you from the Most High. Like, thank you for always being an upstanding citizen in so many words. Like, thank you for no matter what you've gone through, you never inadvertently or purposely tried to project that energy onto anyone else. Thank you for still having that beautiful heart. Like, thank you for being a representation of that agape love. Okay. So yeah, thank you, Holy Spirit, for letting me know that. But yes, that is the energy that I'm getting. And like I said, just these profound blessings. And it's just out of nowhere, just out of nowhere. Oh, hey, we have a 3-bedroom available. Would you like it? You ready to come tour it? Oh, hey, yeah, for some reason, yeah, it looks like your credit went through for that 2026 brand new SUV you'd like. Oh, hey, yeah, we would do some consolidation. You know, we'll make a deal with you. Let's cut it all in half. Hell, pay what you can when you can. How about that? Matter of fact, we're gonna just delete this off your credit. You know, like that's the energy that I'm getting, and that's what I'm certainly seeing that you guys are manifesting for yourself too. And you deserve this. Like I don't care. Like don't also like oh. That's another energy I'm getting. Like these individuals want you to feel sorry for them when you start seeing and you may not even try to purposely see it, but it may be revealed to you in a multitude of ways as to what's falling apart in their life, as to what they're losing, as to what's going wrong, et cetera, et cetera. And you may feel a tinge of sorrow for these people, but then you have to date back and think back. Well, look at everything that they were doing behind your back. Look at how they contributed to your prior downfall and the messes that they made in your life that you had to, you know, recover from. You know, you had to do the shadow work on. You had to take accountability and responsibility, and you had to just whether you were alone, standing 10 toes on your own, wherever, like you had to rebuild from zero. So these same people who laughed at you, mocked you, thought it was a game, was projecting on you, was, like I said, doing the word witchery, thought witchery, like all those people, do not feel a tinge of sorrow for them because that's also going to block your blessings. That's going to knock you up off this pivot. It really is. Like, I'm not saying you have to be hateful towards these people. No, you could still love these people, but from afar. You know, they've made, their decision by way of what they did to you, by way of how they treated you, how they put their mouths on you, how they were all in the group chats and all in the, you know, all in the communities, doing the smear campaigns on you. Like I know y'all remember all that. So don't feel a tinge of survival guilt and don't feel the need to give any of these people your blessings because if they help you get to where you are, no, they did not. And at first, I don't know, I'm getting strongly. This is going to be your own families or your so-called, supposedly your friends, but then the same ones that ate up all them smear campaigns, though, entertained all them lies about you, though. Oh, this is tea time. Oh, I'm getting tea. Clock the tea. Oh, it was all fun and games and they was lying on your name, though. But now that you're having this uprising and this is your reclamation season, now it's a problem. Now you think you're all that. Now you're just doing too much. No, you're not. You're not doing enough, actually. Period. What's up, Morris Melvin? Damn, I didn't. Y'all, this coffee is so strong. I didn't even get a water. But yeah, like, period. At the end of the day, do not feel sorry for these people. And then for some of you, still this day, some of them are still doing work on you. Not even knowing, like I said, they're about to, yeah. Tower moments. Can we say tower moments? Literally. That's all I see is nothing but tower moments, left and right. And then the other thing, too, that the Most High is revealing to me is that a lot of these people think that you're behind what's currently unfolding and unveiling in their lives. Whole time, that's just karma at play. You don't have nothing to do with the universe's timeline or when they decide to catch up with those who wronged you, those who, you know, misused you, abused you, and etc. Like, and no, this isn't about grudges either. Because for a long time, I felt like I was even getting in the way of some of these people's karma. Because I was like, oh no, I don't want to hold a grudge. I just want to forgive and be peaceful. And I just, oh my God, can we all just get along? Like, no, that's just not the reality, especially not in this age of Aquarius. These motherfuckers will take you out if they had the chance to. Now, there's one thing, you can be kind all you want to, but that nice shit is dead. It's dead. Yeah. It's the family for me, right on the nose. No, for real. They always come back. As soon as you blow up, like I said, a lot of you finna be like overnight sensations. As soon as you blow up, as soon as you make a name for yourself, as soon as everybody else start bigging you up and not validating you in a way that you need it, but what is the word? As soon as you're exalted, that's when oh, that's my sister. Oh, that's my brother. Oh, that's my daughter. Oh, that's my grandkid. No, no, no. But what were you when you were struggling and when you didn't have nothing? Okay. What's up, Manny? What were you or who were you when you was living out of cars, living out of hotels, when you was homeless, when you was asking for cash apps so you can eat? But all the family could do was get in the group chats. Oh, so and so, they still doing bad. Oh, so and so, they still didn't get over that death, and they still didn't get over that. So and so, they baby daddy said this, and they baby mama said this. Mm-hmm. They probably were, but that's another strong thing. Like, just you know, do not give them the satisfaction of believing that it worked or that anything can work on you, because that's what they'll do. It's clear projection. Everything that they're trying to project onto you or bait out of you is a current reflection of what's unfolding in their life, and it's karma. Period. Whether they want to believe it or not, you don't get to do these horrific things to people. These just volatile things to people, abuse people in secret, or try to throw rocks and hide your hand and think, oh, the Most High, I got away this long, or da da da, like it's over. Yeah, like another energy I'm getting is now these people want to double down. Now they want to double back. Now they want to no, 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 bring that ass here, boy. Keep that same motherfucking energy. Keep that same motherfucking energy. Cause your ass wasn't saying that shit when you want hooping and hollering and crying and shit when you was in them group chats talking shit though, or when you was putting all that witchery on the collective though, when you was wishing them dead, doing death spells on them, doing finance magic on them, trying to make them unstable, trying to make it hard as fuck for them to recover from it. Y'all weren't doing none of that there. What's up, Infinite One? But now all of a sudden now everybody's caught, so they wanna oh oh no 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 no, I didn't mean it like that. Yeah, you meant it like that. Yep. And if it were up to them, the crazy part is, if it were up to them, they would have took you out a long time ago. Don't you see how powerful you are? They had proximity to you most recently, and they still can't do shit to you, because the moment they even try to touch you, I'm hearing massive heart attack. If they even dare, literally. That's how powerful you are. And the fact that you've taken your dominion and your authority back, oh yeah, it's got them sick to their stomachs. Yep. That's why I let people talk, because you never know who people will become. You can judge a motherfucker all you want to. You can think, oh, that person went through that and they went through that, but you think people ain't gonna bounce back from that? You don't think that they're protected? You think their ancestors just gonna let them fuck up or ruin their life? No. Thank you, Infinite One. Like, that's what people don't understand. Now all of a sudden they want to, oh, send all these flying monkeys your way. Oh, just trying to send apologies all of a sudden, or trying to get in contact with you, because a lot of you didn't change your number. You didn't block these people off social media. That's why they're constantly watching you from fake pages. Or you can even have some that still follow you on social media. They don't like or engage with nothing that you do. A lot of you could have just recently removed a bunch of people off of your social media. They recognize that though. They caught on to that though. That's how you know people just be watching and low key hating in the background. Because it ain't nothing to so called support your so called family. It ain't nothing to show love. These people don't love you. And that's another realization that I've come to. Because love doesn't hurt. Love isn't betrayal. Love isn't backstabbing. Love isn't running a multi-year long smear campaign on someone who would have laid their lives down for some of these individuals. That's how protective in nature you are, collective. You were protecting these demons, though. These demons in human form. Dead ass. That's how. That's just. That's just an indication of how your heart is, okay, and how your heart posture is. But the truth hurts. But at the end of the day, you're not about to allow that to determine your walk. You're not about to allow that to determine the rest of your life. Yeah, it hurt, but you're still moving forward. Yeah, it hurt, but you're no longer stuck there. You've regained your sense of self. Wow, I just seen a white butterfly. But yeah, that's confirmation too, by the way. But you've regained the sense of yourself that these demons in human form were afraid of all along, literally. That's why they had to do all that work on you. That's why it took all of them against one person. That's the chaotic part about this too. It's like when you really think about it, it's like, damn, all y'all had to come against the queen, like the king, like what? But you're not powerful though. Or when you were going through what you were going through, God was allowing it. That was the other thing they love to say when you're going through something. Oh, well, I thought they were chosen. I thought they were divine. Why are they going through that then? Whole time, baby, you was just in your rebuilding and your chastening season. The Most High was working on you from the inner to the outer. I bet you they can't touch you now. I bet you they can't see you now. These people would be so threatened if they could see you right now or be in your presence. Yep. This comeback is real, baby. It is very real, and we will never lose ourselves again. We've been to the very bottom. We know how it feels, you know. That's why, you know, I don't know. Regardless of all of it, I just, I'm just grateful that I'm still here, like for real, that I survived all that. And I'm grateful that you all are still here too. Wow. LaDondra says, out of nowhere, my Facebook and Instagram was taken from me, and I have been thinking about changing my number. You should. And why was it taken from you? That's weird. Did it like have something to do with them? Because yeah, that's another thing they'll try to do. They'll try to like either hack your devices, hack into your accounts, just weird predatory stuff, just because they have nothing better to do. That's my thing. Like they claim they're not worried about you. They claim you're not important. They claim this, they claim that, but yet everything you do, they're the first ones who see it. Everything you do, they're the first ones who knows about it. Like it's just it's sickening. It really is. It really gets to a point too. Really does. We are was projection non-healing dumping on us from some. Protect our awareness, not no more. Respecting everybody different. Seer death. Yep. Yeah. This is a very profound season. This is a very unshakable season as well. Like you can't be stopped. Even if you try to stop yourself, again, like I said, you're going to be forced to do what's asked of you. Because this mission, this purpose of yours is going to be fulfilled, whether you or anyone likes it or not. I mean, there's nothing anyone can do, not even you. Okay. You were born to be great. You were born to be a star. You were born to be a winner. You were born to shift humanity in a profound and in a magical, divine way. You are the necessity. You are necessary. You are needed. You are wanted. Period. Yep. 320 and 321 jackpot numerology, Royal Horizon, Infinite One says. He says, or she, excuse me, I'm not sure, but I remember fruits of greatness that was given to me. That's why I'm going to continue to give back when they didn't have to. You are one of them, and as many more. Gratitude. Thank you so much. Yes, that is a huge part of my mission to constantly pour in and to give back as much as humanly possible. Because I understand and understand how deeply and troubling it feels to be left out in the cold and to be in that Five of Pentacles energy in the reverse and to have those same people that I said you offered your everything to look back at you in disgust and in mockery and instead of helping you. And a lot of these people, that was their test. When you were in a time of need or when they could have, poured into you and they could have assisted you in whatever way, and they chose not to, they chose to, like I said, belittle you, degrade you, talk shit about you, all that, they're being judged for that. Whether your friends, your family, whoever, people that had it or people that could have and just didn't want to because it was you, because they just didn't want to help you. Oh, yeah, because these people don't want to see you supersede them, but it's already done. It's too late. You've already done. These people have these like minuscule little think they're doing something with these little minuscule ass businesses. It's not even shifting humanity in no way. But the fact that your profound nature is bringing forth something anew, something fresh, they want to prevent you from reaching it. Yeah, they all failed. Yep. Bright I'm 25 says, I gave them some real scary shit to look at since they want to spy so hard. Yep. And that's that mirror, baby. That's mirroring their asses back to them. Okay, they got to look in that mirror. All right. Manny Rock says, and so are you. Thank you. Yes, their heart was being weighed. Final judgment has arrived. That is so true. Ladondra says, I woke up one morning trying to get on there and it said it cannot be recovered. Wow. I would definitely reach out to Meta or figure out because that doesn't sound right. It sounds like something to do with like hacking. They tried to do that to me one year. This is actually in 2024 when the heavy betrayals began. I don't know what they be looking for. They be thinking they're going to find all this dirt on you because they know it's all hidden, all the darkness and all the disgust and evil that's in their closet. And they just assume it must be you too. Try again, pure projection. You know, these people deflect and project any chance they get. Oh, and also victimize themselves. Somehow you taking your power back and them losing everything as a result is your fault. No, it isn't. They didn't gain any of that stuff off of, pure heartedness and honesty and things such as that. You know, it was an attempt to make you, again, feel further left out in the cold, feel forgotten, et cetera, et cetera. And you are not forgotten. You are seen. Oh my God, there's this cute little white butterfly. Cute. That's like the second one I just seen. Might be one of my ancestors or one of y'all's ancestors. Confirmation. But but yeah, y'all. Um, like I said, I hope this has been very encouraging to all of you out there. Because that's, my objective here today. Um, get up, do something with yourself. Oh, and this is another message I be getting. Like, they be so mad when you don't look like what you survived. That's the other thing that I've been realizing. Like, they get so angry when you still have the gall and the audacity in their eyes to still put yourself together, to still show up for yourself, to still love on yourself, and to still be the embodiment of that Christ consciousness. They hate it. But I want to encourage you to continue to do it. Hell, pipe it up. You're not doing enough. Like I'm telling you, pipe it up. Keep going higher and higher and higher. Do not stop. Do not stop. Period. Shout out to all of you that's been, engaging and supporting the chat. I really and truly appreciate the energy. This has been amazing. Yes, Infinite One, excuse me, propelling forward her equals humanity, evolution, revolution, no force, naturally just be, absolutely. You know, just be your natural, authentic self. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that at all. But we are all about, this unity consciousness, this love, we're all about um, repairing the broken pieces of ourselves and transmuting any negative snares or energies that may come up against us. And it's all about really just overall healing and continued betterment. Like, that's just the mission. And again, that threatens so many that come against us because they are like in denial and they refuse to do the work. They refuse to take accountability. And it's always somebody else's fault, by the way. And you just have to disconnect from those kind of energies because they will literally drag you down and tear you down alongside themselves. So, get out there, be you, be cute, be true. And yeah, let's see. I was supposed to do a reading, guys. Actually, I might go. Okay, I'm going to wait till I get to the other park, closer to where I'm living. Um, because that one has like seats and it has a little table. This one doesn't, and I don't have a blanket, and I'm wearing a dress. And like I seen some ants, y'all. I don't do insects. I don't do wildlife. Mm-mm. But yeah, yep. It says, "You're welcome, Ladondra." Infinite One says, "We scared to go within self. That's where it all is. Includes loving self. We're not scared to go within. Some are. Yeah, I'm definitely not scared to go within." And to reach those deepest, darkest depths and parts of myself that, I've been dying to uncover throughout this entire human existence thus far. And I was even thinking to myself yesterday, I wrote on my X account, I was just like, I've died and transformed basically so many times in just this one life. It's insane. Like I just had a reawakening. Like this is rebirth. Yeah, this is the rebirth. Okay, this is the return. This is the rebirth, and this is, guys, our reclamation season. So I wish all of you well. Thank you guys so much for engaging. Guess this is a little hungry. I need to go get a quick little bite to eat or something. I've been fasting. What time is it? One. Okay, I could probably fast a couple more hours. But yeah, y'all, I really appreciate it. And let's see, last comment, it says Infinity One and Beyond Frequency. You talking about we are more than what they said we are? Absolutely, we definitely are more than what they said we are. We are so much more. And this is a season and also a huge time where we are going to be in connection with those who are aware of this frequency and aware of this knowledge as well. This knowledge of self. We're obviously spiritual beings living this human experience, but it's so much more complex than that. So we will get deeper into that. And yeah, thank you so much for the donation, Bright 25. And then Smoky Thought says, yeah, rebirth, the return. Yes, our reclamation season, guys. I am so blessed and I'm so thankful that, like I said, you guys, if I don't mean to like sing a song with it, but y'all don't understand like how deeply painful this journey that I just narrowly escaped by the grace of God and basically recovered from, how hard it was, how difficult for me it was, because I had to do deep, deep, deep shadow work. And that required, not only being accountable, holding myself responsible, but it required a lot of forgiveness and also self-forgiveness, like anything that I've stated in this live today, none of what I'm saying, guys, is, to be hateful or like to send those same energies towards our haters and naysayers, etc., that they send to us, but it's merely just an understanding and just know that like they're not on our level. Okay, they may not wake up in this lifetime, and that's okay. We don't wish anything for them. We're just indifferent totally, but we just want to continue on with our journeys, okay, without distraction, without negative projections, toxicity, etc. Okay, so Lady 56 says, do you use mousse or gel to get that look? So I use let's see, so I wet my hair a lot and I use this product. It's DOUX. I think it's Doe. I love their product. And then I also use Aunt Jackie's leave-in conditioner. And then I have this like curling sponge thing. Um, I use it for the back of my hair because I have two different textures of hair. Like towards the front, it's tighter, and then the back is more kinkier. But yeah, I use that. But yeah, yes, my rebirth been going on since I turned 35, and now I'm 41 and still have one. Yeah, every 7 years we pretty much were reborn again, over and over and over. Like just a cycle of life. But I love you guys so much. I appreciate you guys so much. Okay, you guys have a very blessed, safe, and abundant day. And until the next live, peace.